Okay, y'all. How's everybody doing? As for me, doing pretty good. Just a little tired, y'all. I know it's late. Yeah. Hope everybody doing good. Yeah, I know I'm way late, but and I do apologize uh, for the darkness. Y'all. I am so sorry, but my lights, y'all, it broke. This is the end of it. It just it broke. So I can't even turn the light on. Y'all. So yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, how are you? Hello. Yeah, I apologize again for the lighting, but my lights to the tripod, it broke. It broke, yeah, and I'm on my tablet. You can't see my face? Let me turn the light on for you, but this is just a phone to my light. I mean, the light that's on my phone. What a little. Oh, so y'all, this is me. This is me, y'all. But I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but my little um, light, the cord broke. Where you turn it on and off it just, I guess it said it was through. Thank you. Yeah, I guess it said it was through with me, y'all. So, yeah, but yeah, I have had company all day, off and on, off and on, off and on. And one of my friends just left. Well, y'all, when I tell y'all, he brought me the biggest watermelon that probably I done ever seen, y'all. Like this thing is huge, and I will probably do a short tomorrow, um, showing uh, how big it is and all of that, cause yeah, it's huge. So anyway, y'all, this is my phone, but I'm getting ready to put this down. I just put the light on me because someone asked me to. So yeah, y'all. But back to, did y'all see the little topic in there? So uh, someone messaged me. Um, y'all, please, and I do apologize uh, for the lighting. My apologies. Because those of you that aren't new, y'all know I always, either have this light on or either I'm in a brighter place. And last night, hello, even though I was in here, I was on my phone, but my tablet, I'm on my tablet now, and unfortunately, the lighting in my tablet is not as bright as on my phone. I am doing great. Yes, again, y'all, I do apologize for me getting on here so late, y'all, because this is even late for me. But I said that I was coming on here, back on here tonight, and that is why I'm trying to keep my word. Even though I didn't get a chance to come on here at 6 because I had company at that time. Someone came to do some repairs for me. So it kind of took them a little longer uh, to, to get it done. So you know how that can be when you have someone coming to do some things for you or whatever. And they was coming from work, so you know how that can be. But anyway, y'all, that is not our topic for tonight. Someone emailed me, and they wanted to talk about. Yeah, I feel so funny not having the light, so I'm gonna cut my light on this phone, and as long as my arm is not tired, I'm just gonna keep the light on because I just feel better if y'all able to see me or whatever. So yeah, hold on, give me a second, y'all. Where the light? Okay, y'all. Okay, so y'all, is that a little? Okay, that's a little better. It make me feel a little better anyway. So yeah, y'all, so we gon' someone emailed me, and they wanted to talk. I've had this conversation before, but they wanted to talk about finding love 50, 60, and 70. And do you feel like there is real love out here in that age range? So what are you guys' opinion about real love? Do you think that once you reach your 50s or your 60s or even your 70s, y'all, that there is really real love out here? As for me, I really do believe it is. I do. But everybody just don't. And then at some age, some people feel like once they reach a certain age that finding love is over. Like if they don't find it at a certain age, they feel like there is no hope. And me personally, I don't feel that way. I feel like love is love. And I feel like, okay, we're talking about hello, how you doing? We are talking about finding love in your 50s, 60s, or even your 70s. I received an email, and that's what they wanted to talk about. So this conversation may carry on over to tomorrow because it's late right now. But we're gonna talk about it for a little bit. So just you know, they're just looking for opinions. And I'm not really sure um, if it's, if they're in a relationship or if they're searching for love or what. I'm not really sure because in the email that I received, it wasn't a lot of details, so I'm not really sure if they're in a relationship, if they're just seeking love. I don't know. But hopefully, I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all coming on here, joining me, hanging out with me. But I feel like there is love. I love love. Love is beautiful, and I feel like love comes in all shapes and colors. It just really depends on the person. Like, you know, some people feel like after a certain age that love is over. If you haven't never received it, they just feel like it's over. Well, as for me, I don't feel like it's over. I feel like you can find love. Love will come to you at any age. I don't feel like um, just because you're 60 or even if you're 70, if you desire to be loved, I just feel like it's available. Or, it may not come when you want it, but I just feel like if you be patient, the word of God say, he will give us the desires of our heart. But y'all, when you reach a certain age, you're set in your ways. And in order to be in a relationship with someone else, those some things are going to have to change. So you can say that you really do want to be in a relationship, but if you're not willing to change, some of the habits or things that you may have, and really get to know your partner better, and also accept some of the things that he may do that you may disagree with. You have to really come to terms with that. So and feeling like you want to be in a relationship or you may want to be married, I mean, like, you got to think about all of that, because once you really get in a relationship, things change, and they change quickly. Like, when you 50, 60, 70 years old and you falling in love and all of that stuff, you ain't got the clock is moving, and it's moving quick. So, like, you don't have time like you had it when you was in your 20s or maybe in your 30s. No, you got things gonna shift, and they gonna shift really quick. So, you have to be mentally ready for the change, because like, if you've been single for a long time and then all of a sudden something new comes into your life, yeah, for the first few months, it's going to seem so exciting and so loving. But then when the reality kick in and this person, say that they want to make you their wife, or, then what? So now, instead of it being um, two households, it's going to be one. So, when you all first started out, if you had a disagreement, you go your way, he go his way. But once you get in a relationship, you get married, and you move under one roof, it's not like that. It's not no, you go your way and I go my way. It's not like that. So you really have to have your mind made up that this is something that you want to do. You don't want to just get in a relationship because you feel like it looks good to everybody else, or maybe because you just want to prove a point, just to be able to say, hey, I did it. That's bull crap. Like, if you're really not a person that desires love or want to be in love or want to be in a relationship with somebody, don't play with people. because playing with people will get your feelings hurt. It might even get you on a lie. Like, you just can't do it. You cannot play with people because people have feelings, y'all. People are serious out here. Y'all, about this. So many people, like, yeah, I run into people every day, when I'm out and about. And some people, like, they feel like it is over. Like, what? This just the beginning. No, and that's how you have to look at things sometimes. Over? No. And y'all, most of these people, like, some of them I be older than they are. But I don't say nothing because sometimes they think they older than me. And I'm a very respectful person. That's just who I am. Y'all, so I think that it's love at those ages. Yes, I do. And y'all, some people, they just really want companionship. They not really looking for the hanky panky part. They just really want somebody to hang out with, to do things with, go places, and all of that kind of stuff, just to spend time with. But then there are some people that really want it all. Like, they don't just want a traveling buddy, or you know they want the whole 9 yards. But whatever you want, you have to be honest about it. You have to speak up about it. So many times people won't say nothing. They just assume that you're supposed to know. But how is a person supposed to know if you're not saying anything? Nobody is a mind reader. And you have to you have to tell people what you want. You cannot be afraid to say that this is what I want, this is what I don't want. You have to say what it is. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, y'all, because if you don't speak your truth and you marry this person, they assume that everything that they are doing is good, is fine. But then, you know, after you all have gotten married and did all of this, now all of a sudden you want to tell them you don't like this, you don't like that, you don't like this, you don't. But before, you act like you loved it. That's what I'm saying. Like, tell people, be honest, have those hard conversations. You have some people that they may be a little older, but they nature is still very high. So by their nature being high, they may be involved with somebody who has uh, a very low sex drive. Those are important factors in someone. If you're dealing with somebody and their sex drive is high and yours is low, like, these are conversations that need to be had. But y'all, believe it or not, as much as people really like sex, they don't want to talk about it for whatever reason. I just, me personally, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know. But for whatever reason, they don't want to talk about it. So, they don't. They don't talk about it. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why come something that you really like is so hard for you to talk about. Y'all excuse me for a moment. I'm on live. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. But yeah. So I really don't understand why, people don't want to communicate with each other about their sex drive or their lack of whatever. But I mean, whatever the subject may be that is important to you, whether it be sex, whether it be cooking, whether it be traveling, whatever it may be, you should not be ashamed to talk to your partner about what it is that you really like or don't like. Because there is no one in a relationship and they like everything that happens in a relationship. Come on, y'all. Y'all, we already know this. But so many times people, because they feel like they may lose their partner, they put up with things. They deal with things. Mm-mm. No. Speak your truth because at the end of the day, y'all, what is meant to be is going to be. It is going to be. And you have to remember that. So, yes, I do believe that there is love. You can have love in your 50s, 60s, and even 70s. Y'all, it like the 50s, 60s, and 70s nowadays, y'all, is not like it was 30 years ago. Not even 20 years ago. Because y'all, for instance, myself, when I was growing up, most people that was older, like, I mean, that was in their 50s and 60s, they looked like old people. Like they really looked old. People nowadays, um, they don't. They don't look as old anymore. Because the times have changed. And if people have, like if you're not drug and alcohol abused yourself, a lot of times you just don't look as old as you really are. It's like you just don't. So things have just changed. And in a lot of cases they have changed for the better, you know. Because like like I said, y'all, back then when you was 50 and 60, 70, like, yeah, I've seen some 70-year-olds that look better than a 30-year-old. Now that's just the truth. That is no exaggeration. I'm talking about, look, like you would not even believe that they're that old. That is what I'm saying. But back when I was a kid, people, most of the time, not all the time, because I'm thinking about my grandmother. And my grandmother was Cherokee Indian, and she never looked old. Like, her skin was pretty. Like, she never, she looked it older, but she just, like, never looked like a toe down, broke down old woman, you know. And, like, my grandfather, my grandmother's father, we called him Grandpapa. Grandpapa never looked broke down. Grandpapa was right at 100 when he left here. And yes, he was on a cane, but like he was still getting around and he was still, like he just, you know, like he made 100 look good, you know. So that is what I'm saying. Like, the things have changed. And even though my grandpapa was 99 or 98 when he passed away, he still had a girlfriend. Y'all hear me? Like, he really did have a girlfriend. Y'all, I remember her. I remember her name. I remember all of that. Y'all, and I was 8 years old when grandpapa passed away. I remember, I remember her name, but I won't say her name on here because y'all, we don't never know who will see, these videos and all of that stuff. But anyway, I remember all of that, and my grandpapa he didn't look that old. He did not look like a old, he looked older, of course, like he was bald right here through the middle, had pretty hair on the sides, in the back, But yeah, but y'all, like now, like you could see a man in his 80s and even in his 90s, y'all, and they look good. No procrastination. Like you may think a 90-year-old man is 60. That's real. Like I know some older guys, and if you've seen them, you will not believe that they're their age, but they are. So things have just changed, y'all. The world that we live in, y'all, is just different. It's not, everything is different. The people are different. The jobs, everything is different, y'all. Even love is different. It is just different. So I would say if you desire to be in a relationship, I don't care how old you are, take it over to God and trust God. And y'all listen, be honest with God, because he already know the truth. He already know the truth, y'all. So be honest with him. Be honest with God. Tell God what you want. Tell God what you desire. All of that. Because God listens to everything. And he do not miss a beat, y'all. So, I'm just saying, y'all, don't give up on love. If love is something that you want and that you desire, don't give up on it. And I'll also say this, don't just settle for anything because you desire this love, this relationship. Whatever you do, don't settle. If it's something that you don't want, keep going. Keep going until, hello, how are you? Until you get what you want. Don't just settle for anything just to be able to say, hey, I have a husband now. I've got a man now, or I have a woman, whatever. If, don't don't just accept anything, y'all. Because if you really desire true love, women, it's men out here that will love you down. And men, it is women out here that will love you down. So don't give up. Keep the faith, honey. You know what I'm saying? Because I love love. That's just me. And I think that anybody that desire love can have it. It just may not come when you want it. So because it don't come when you want it and how you want it, you start feeling like, oh, it just ain't gonna never happen. If you all don't mind, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. So anytime I upload a video or go live, you'll be the first to know. Yes, okay. Back to the program, y'all. So that is really what we've been talking about on this evening, y'all. And again, y'all, I really do apologize for me coming on so late, but because of, how my day has been, which has been a very good day. I'm not knocking that, but sometimes you have company and they stay a little long, and it's okay. But I said, well, maybe I need to just stop saying what time I'm going to go live and just say I'm going live, but I don't know. I be trying to give a time and hopefully, uh, okay, okay, good, yes. So, yeah, y'all, don't give up, y'all. Just hang on in there and be patient because the word of God say He'll give us the desires of our heart. But let me tell y'all, now that's the scripture, that's the word. But you got to be walking upright. You got to be doing right. So many times, y'all, we want God to move for us. We want this special someone in our heart and in our life, but sometimes you got to be willing to give up some stuff. You know, yeah. Cause y'all know if we talking about people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, finding love, y'all know we are set in our ways, and that's just the truth. Like, yeah, we get set in our ways, y'all, and sometimes we gonna be wanting to change. We want things to stay just the way that they are. Well, hey, if you get a partner in your life, baby, I got news for you. That ain't gonna happen. Something is going to change. Yeah, because it ain't gonna just be you under that roof anymore. It's gonna be you and, you know, your new mate. So yeah. So I think love is a beautiful thing, y'all. And if it come to you and it's what you want, baby, grab it. Hold on to it. Don't let it go. But like I said, don't just settle. Make sure that it's what you want. If it's not, if you have a feeling like, man, this ain't it, then it just ain't it. You might have to wait a little long. You might have to wait another year. Might have to wait another 2 years. Might have to wait another week. You just don't never know, y'all. But don't just settle just to be able to say, I am not alone anymore. Y'all, let me tell you something. I would rather be alone and be at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be alone and be happy with myself than to be in a miserable relationship. And that's just the facts. Like, who wants to be in a miserable relationship? Not me. Not me. But y'all, we are going to resume this conversation tomorrow a little earlier so that hopefully more people can get on and we can really talk about it, okay? So, y'all, I am going to get ready and get off of here because it's late. Here it is. Let's see. It's 9:38 p.m. Central Time here where I'm at, and I know some of you it may be even later than that. So yeah, and I think that's why I always choose 6 p.m. Central Time, but I never. Uh, yeah, I just no, I can't. That foolishness, I'm just not it. It ain't for me. But anybody that wants to deal with it, more power to you, y'all. But it just ain't for me. So, y'all, I'm gonna come on here tomorrow, and we're gonna finish this conversation tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, we gon' yeah, cause I don't the person that wanted to discuss this. Yeah, we're gonna get into it for him because but hopefully I'm gonna email them back, and because I don't know if they're in a relationship or I'm just not sure. So I'm gonna see if I can get them to like share that with me. But you all know, if you all send me something, I never talk about who it's from. I don't never do any of that. I just, talk about the topic. And yeah, we've talked about this topic before. It's been a while, but I have some new subscribers, which is great, y'all. My ultimate goal, y'all, this year is to hopefully to be monetized within the next few months. So that's why you all are going to be seeing more and more and more of me. I am definitely taking suggestions from you all. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get ready, y'all, and I'm gonna get off of here because, like I say, it's late, and I know some of you may have to work and all of that stuff. So I try to be mindful of that, y'all. But tomorrow is Friday, and then we'll have Saturday, and y'all on Sunday I plan to come on around 11 a.m. and do a word of encouragement, pray with you all of that good stuff on Saturday. Wow. Man, that is beautiful. I love that. Honey, when I tell you I love, like you know, I'm I lost my husband like 2.5 years ago, and we had been knowing each other almost 50 years, y'all. When I tell you the stress, the hurt, the heartache, the pain, it just took me under, y'all. And I went through a whole lot that I have not even shared on here. But, because right now, uh, it still makes me emotional a lot. And I don't really want to go to that place. But yes, honey, I love, and congratulations. I love to hear that. Just warms my heart, because it's such a beautiful thing. Oh man, it hurts. It does. And I was telling people, I say, man, maybe it would have been easier for me if he wasn't a good husband, but he was a great husband. Like, oh, but anyway, yeah, we ain't gonna even get off into that. Okay, but yes. So I'm going to. I have, I just got out the hospital last Thursday, so I have a follow up tomorrow, and I don't know, maybe I'll get to video bits and pieces of that. Sometimes in the doctor's office, maybe they tell you cut that phone off. So we just never know. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And anyway, whether I get to record some or not, I'm still going to let you all know. Um, yeah, I'm still going to let you all know what um, what goes on with my appointment and all that good stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got to do something about this light because this is my phone that I'm holding because I didn't want y'all to be in the dark with me. Okay? So, yeah, but this arm is tired, honey. Yeah, so, and then when I come back from there, I'm going and help another friend do some stuff. So, I will probably get back home about 5:30, something like that. So, y'all, once I get back home, I'm gonna say it'll probably be about 7 o'clock before I go live. But anyway, I'm coming back, y'all, and we're gonna finish this conversation right here. Yeah, we're gonna finish it, and we're gonna shut it out tomorrow. So I'm going to check and see if I get another email from her or not, giving me an update, and so we'll see. We'll see. And I don't know. People get on here and they be in the bushes, so you can't even tell that they're on here. So maybe she was on here and in the bushes. Maybe something was said that made a spark. I don't know. But I'm going to see if they email me again. But I'm going to still email them back, whether they have emailed me or not. I'm going to email them back and just see. So, yeah, but anyway, I'm going to get off of here. If you all have not already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified. So, anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first to know. So, I need y'all to do something for me as always. I need you to stay blessed. And I will talk to you all soon. God bless you. Love you all. Have a good night.